Hello, you amazing souls, and welcome to another 5 minutes of wellness here on a Sunky Soul TV with your girl Failure. I'm so happy to be with you guys today for another Wellness Wednesday dose. Today I'm talking to you about the power and the art of storytelling and why storytelling should be added to your healing toolbox. So this weekend coming up on the 24th, I am going to be facilitating a beautiful workshop alongside three other my amazing co-facilitators and sisters. I'm going to post all the information down below if you want to grab tickets and join us. It's called Embodied, and why I'm sharing this with you is because last year, about a year ago, I was asked to share my story at this event. It was the very first time that I got paid to share my story, to own all of myself in a sacred space around amazing women, and I never thought that that would ever be possible. It was a dream of mine I've been working towards. Last year was a huge year for me, taking the leap of faith, jumping straight into starting my own business and all that comes with it. And this event is such a special one for me because it's the first event that I've done that actually just became the ripple effect for what my business is today. And it's just an honor to be asked to share my story again this year, and to come back and to make it full circle, to share what I've learned since then, and to share who I've become since then, as my story is ever evolving and changing and shifting. And you know, I go back and I share my story firstly because not because I'm better than anyone, not because my struggles trumps everyone else's struggles that they've endured in their life. It's nothing like that at all. I share my shame that I had harbored for so long. I share my struggles, I share my challenges, because I believe that through sharing, through storytelling, through opening up, through vulnerability, we create real connection. And for me personally, through my work, through everything that I've learned, is connection is the answer to everything. The reason why the world is in shambles at the moment is because there's a lack of true, deep, real loving connection. And so when we don't feel safe enough to connect, to open up, to share our deepest, darkest secrets with one another, we run away from it, and we go into the closet, and we hide, and we eat, and we suppress, and we numb, and we drink, and we take the drugs, and you know, binge out on TV and all the things that come with that, to hide the pain that we are feeling. And I feel when we can come together, especially as women, in safe spaces where you feel held, where you feel seen, feel acknowledged, where your words and your story carry so much value, and you get to speak them out loud, and you get to share that, might touch somebody else's life in a very profound way, and giving them permission to stand up and start sharing their stories, knowing that, you know, they can see somebody that's walked maybe a similar journey as them, and you know, nothing bad has happened to them. They now become more confident. They're reclaiming their story. That shame, that secret, that challenge no longer has that power over you anymore, hiding it, ignoring it, and you know, just not living your best life because of it, because you are so scared of what people may think, the judgment that's coming. But actually what's happening is you judging yourself, you're feeling ashamed of yourself. The love and worthiness that you seek from everyone else is something that you're not lacking, because you can't claim all of you. And so that's why I'm excited to share my story. I've shared bits of it on my YouTube channel. You can check. I just posted a video a couple of weeks ago. This is me, where I was going through quite a big awareness bubble, and you know, just sharing where I was at and backtracking to where I come from, which is a huge chunk of where my story originates from. I'm still working on what part of my story I'm exactly going to share this weekend, but I trust that it will come. And the reason why I'm sharing this video with you guys is to really just to give you some glimpse of how important it is to own all of you, every challenge that every failure that you've embarked on, to acknowledge it first of all, even if it's not sharing it to, you know, the world. Maybe that's not your calling, but maybe your calling is just to share that with somebody you trust. Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's something that you've been holding on to for so many years that haunts you at night, that you know, you just can't seem to let go of. Find somebody that you trust. Find a safe environment where you can open up and you can share that, so that no longer has any power over you. Brené Brown has beautiful books on this, The Gift of Imperfection. She shares a lot about the vulnerability and the shame, and the difference between guilt and all the things that you carry. And those are good resources to start if you are struggling with anything. And just understanding that your superpower, your magic, your gift is you, your story. You get to own it, you get to show it, and you get to pronounce it to the world, and you get to change your story too. You don't have to be victim or held accountable to the things that you have done, but accepting them, taking responsibility from where you've come to where you are now, and seeing the beautiful ebbs and flows of it and where it's going, and trusting that the story is all just making you just who you were meant to be. And with that awareness now, you have comes the great responsibility of choice. And you get to choose, am I going to use this old narrative, this old story to cripple me, to crumble me, to just suck everything out of me? Or am I going to use this story for good, for purpose? Am I going to change my message to my message? Am I going to rise up from this and change the directory, or in the direction of where I'm going and how I'm using my story, versus am I being stuck and held hostage by it? And me sharing my story, me being honest, me being vulnerable, me being open up, isn't something that I am used to doing. It's not something that I was taught to do growing up. It's not something that I openly always feel comfortable doing. But I know in the safe spaces that I create for women in my coaching program, the vulnerability that we share, the safe space that I create, the connection that I make where I can relate my story to yours, or have understanding around how we can build and grow and heal together, has really changed my clients' lives, and it has changed my life in the most profound way. And so I'm leaving you with this message today, to really just go back and think about all the things that you are maybe still holding on to, resentment, anger, shame, guilt for. Have a look at that and see why that is holding you down and stopping you from moving forward. And if you want to take it to that next step, and you want to be in a space where not only will you be held by me, but other amazing facilitators, Annette, Jess, and Farhana, they're all powerful healers and coaches themselves. They go through their gifts. We're going to be doing meditation, storytelling, movement, really just a beautiful space to reconnect and come back home to yourself, and really tap into the wisdom that lives in our body. And that's why this beautiful event is called Embodied. It's how to live more of an embodied life, a life from here, not from here. And if that's something that you would like to be part of, I'm inviting you. Please, all the information is in the link below. Join me this weekend. This is happening on Saturday. And if you can't make it live, the recording will be sent to you. The same energy, the same messaging will be right into your mailbox, where you're at, and hopefully be able to transform your life in some profound way, whether it's big, small, anything in between. You just never know the power of someone else's word, what that may get spoken over you, the power of a new tool that you may learn, a connection that you could make. Like all these little I like to call breadcrumbs, are all just leading you to where you need to be. So I invite you to join me and my team of amazing women as we collaborate to bring you some magic. So yeah, this is what I want to share with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys all next week for another 5 minutes of wellness here on Asanki Soul TV. If you like this, share this event with a friend. I would appreciate that, and I'll see you guys all next week.